Misty rainforest, ambient drums, the jungle pulses with life and danger. Deep within the Mesoamerican rainforest, a hunt is underway. But this is not just a hunt for food, it's a lesson in legacy. Jaguar Paw, a young warrior with a sharp eye and a fierce heart, moves silently through the trees with his father, Flint Sky, and their fellow tribesmen. Spears in hand, eyes sharp. They are shadows among shadows. But the jungle has changed. They stumble upon a broken procession of refugees. Faces hollow, eyes sunken with terror. They speak of war, devastation, a darkness that consumes everything it touches. They are sick with fear, Flint Sky says, staring into his son's soul. Don't let it infect you. A father's warning, a warrior's prophecy. Nightfall, fires crackle, a circle of villagers gather. An elder steps into the firelight. His voice trembles with wisdom as he tells of a being of endless hunger, a creature that devours without satisfaction, that takes and takes until the earth lies barren and silent. A shadow cast not just across land, but across time. And as the flames flicker in the elder's eyes, fate sharpens its blade. The scream of chaos. The sun rises into a massacre. Jaguar Paw's village is under siege. Maya raiders, painted in war colors, descend like demons. They are led by the ruthless Zero Wolf and his sadistic companion Middle Eye, whose cruelty is matched only by his joy in slaughter. Jaguar Paw races through the chaos and lowers his pregnant wife Seven and their young son, Turtle's Run, into a deep well. Whatever happens, he whispers, stay alive. Then he's captured. Flint Sky fights fiercely, but it's not enough. Middle Eye ends him in cold blood, his son forced to watch. As the raiders prepare to leave, one notices the rope and cuts it. The well becomes a tomb. His family is trapped, alone, with rain coming. The death march begins, bound and beaten. The survivors are herded like cattle through the jungle. Along the path, dead villages, burned fields, and skeletal maize crops. Disease hangs in the air like smoke. Hope withers. They meet a girl, infected and near death. She speaks in riddles and prophecy, her eyes wild. A darkness comes, the end of your world is near. Even the raiders flinch at her words. Arrival, the city looms, monstrous. Women are stripped and sold into slavery. The men are led to the pyramids, blood-drenched altars where priests cry to the gods, and hearts are carved out beneath a sun that watches in silence. Jaguar Paw is laid on the stone, the blade rises. And then, darkness. A solar eclipse devours the sun. Gasps rise from the crowd. The priests fall to their knees. The gods, it seems, are satisfied. Jaguar Paw lives, but the horror isn't over. Sadistic games, the arena of death. The spared captives are promised freedom, if they can outrun death. Arrows, spears, clubs, thrown with deadly precision as they flee across open fields. It's not a test, it's a blood sport. Blunted, Jaguar Paw's friend is struck down. Before dying, he distracts Cut Rock, Zero Wolf's own son, allowing Jaguar Paw to deliver a fatal blow. A glimmer of vengeance, a spark of resistance. Jaguar Paw escapes into the jungle, and now it's his turn to hunt. The hunt? The jungle becomes his weapon. Zero Wolf, consumed with rage, gathers 8 of his best warriors, but the forest belongs to Jaguar Paw. He lures one to a jaguar's jaws. Another is swallowed by a snake. A third drowns in a waterfall's fury. One is poisoned by a venom he laid himself. Jaguar Paw becomes more than prey. He becomes a ghost. A storm, a reckoning. He bludgeons Middle Eye with a stone hatchet. A promise fulfilled. He outwits Zero Wolf, luring him into a taper spike trap warrior's revenge. The final moments, rain, thunder fate. Only 2 raiders remain. They chase Jaguar Paw through a deluge to the shores of the ocean, and then everything stops. They stare, awestruck, as Spanish conquistadors arrive on ships like floating temples, crosses raised high, unknowable and alien. The old world has collided with the new. A storm of civilizations brews on the horizon. The raiders move toward the strangers. Jaguar Paw does not. He turns and runs, not away, but back. Back to the well, back to his family. The water is rising. The walls are slick, but he gets there in time. He pulls them from the brink. His wife, his son, and a new baby born beneath the surface of the earth. Born in darkness, but reaching for light. The family watches the ships from the trees. The Spanish ships glide silently into the mist. Jaguar Paw stares, heart pounding. He knows what this means. Another beginning, another ending. But this time he chooses a different path. Not to run, not to fight, but to survive. To rebuild. To protect. He takes his family's hands and they disappear into the forest, not to return to the past, but to start a new future. This is Apocalypto. Not just a film, a war cry, a myth reborn, a story of blood, survival, revenge, and the unbreakable spirit of a man who refuses to be erased. And now that you've heard the tale, would you survive the jungle?